Hey everybody, Stephanie here with the Machine Gun Nest with a new legal update regarding the 6 executive orders that President Joe Biden is slated to sign very soon. So we're first going to start with the ATF nominee. President Joe Biden has nominated David Chipman, who has served for 25 years in the ATF, to lead the ATF. The challenge with that is though he's no longer serving with the ATF, he has long been an advocate and served in numerous advocacy groups for gun control. I would like to read you a quote from David Chipman. At Waco, cult members used 2 .50 caliber Barretts to shoot down 2 Texas National Guard helicopters. Point: it is true we are fortunate they are not used in crime more often. The victims of drug lords in Mexico are not so lucky. America plays a role in fueling the violence south of the border. The crazy thing about that is that our United States government is who has played a role in fueling violence south of the border, not law-abiding gun owners here in the United States. In an attempt to learn more about his character and where he stands on these issues, we've consulted Twitter and found that he has conspicuously made his profile private. So we're thinking he might be doing some scrubbing, but time will tell. The next executive order is regarding ghost guns. So what is a ghost gun? A ghost gun isn't actually a gun at all. A ghost gun is a piece of metal or plastic that, with machining, tools, and a lot of modification and additional parts, can become a firearm. This is not something that just an unskilled person is able to accomplish. As the law currently stands, you are able to manufacture a firearm in your own home for personal use only. This is a non-serialized firearm. Having a serial number on a firearm does allow law enforcement agencies to trace where the firearm came from. For example, at the Machine Gun Nest, if we receive a call from the Maryland State Police or the ATF asking if so-and-so purchased a gun, it does help them identify where that firearm was purchased. But ultimately, it doesn't do anything to stop violent use of that firearm. The concerning part about this legislation is that it's misclassifying a part as a firearm itself. Would you call the glass screen on a cell phone? Or would you call a computer chip a computer itself? You wouldn't. And so the way the legislation is being proposed is really ambiguous and proposes a lot of issues. The next executive order is regarding pistol braces. And the Department of Justice is being asked to come up with some rule or some law within the next 60 days. And so what they're looking to do is classify a pistol with a pistol brace, which helps you stabilize that firearm, as a short-barreled rifle, which would then fall under the National Firearms Act and require a $200 tax stamp, a much longer procedure, and a long wait time before you'd be able to take that home. What's interesting about this is that, at least in the state of Maryland, handguns are more heavily regulated than long guns such as rifles and shotguns. If the length of the firearm then equates to safety, why then would elongating this pistol by adding a brace suddenly make it more dangerous? It just doesn't make sense. By reclassifying a pistol with a brace as a short-barreled rifle, the $200 tax stamp and extended wait time is not doing anything to lessen gun violence and is simply making gun ownership and the ability to exercise your Second Amendment right more expensive, too expensive, and out of reach for a lot of people. Next on the agenda are red flag laws. Here in the state of Maryland, we already have red flag laws in existence, but the Department of Justice has been given 60 days to come up with something that can be applied on a nationwide level, and states would therefore have the responsibility of enforcing it. Now, something I want to say is that we all want safe gun ownership, and seeing anybody harmed with a firearm is heartbreaking to all of us, especially in the firearms industry. We all want the same thing. Our worry is that the misapplication and sloppy writing of this legislation doesn't actually do anything to reduce gun violence and is just serving to infringe on lawful abiding citizens' rights. For example, the way the current legislation is written, a disgruntled neighbor could call the police on you and have your firearms removed without due process and without a procedure in place for you to receive those back. So while we all want to reduce gun violence, a red flag law isn't the way to accomplish this. The next executive order on the list is regarding community-based interventions to reduce gun violence. There's not much known about what that would entail yet. but we'll keep you updated. And finally, Biden is slating that there be some kind of issue of a regular report regarding firearms trafficking. This hasn't been done since the year 2000, so it will be interesting to see what kind of data is found. Just a reminder that executive orders aren't laws in and of themselves. President Biden is simply directing the Justice Department to start working on some of these and bolstering Congress's confidence to try to put some of these laws through. If you do not want these to pass, and if you are interested in protecting your Second Amendment right, I just want to encourage all of you to reach out to your local representatives and voice your opinion that you do not want these to pass. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you here at the range.